Hey, what's up YouTube? I am Frogman Lauger. This is a video response to Black and Blue 19's 200 subscriber giveaway. Um, he asked the question, what is the top 10 games you have played this year from any system up? From like Atari 2600 to current. Hard question to answer. I've played so many good games, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I would say number 10 is Lego Hobbit for the Xbox 360. Really enjoyed the game. Haven't beaten it, but from what I have played, it was really different than a lot of the previous ones. Really expansive, a lot to do. The only issue, the only reason it's not higher on the list was, at least on my system and my screen, it seemed very zoomed out. I couldn't figure out how to zoom it back in without really messing with the zoom on the TV itself. And that was on a 60-inch TV, so I don't know if that had something to do with it or what, but that really bothered me. Number 9, I would say, is probably Fable 2, also on the Xbox 360. I like the concept of the actions you cause or the things you do changing the outcome, going good or evil, things like that. Really liked it. At least out of what I've played, did not have a lot of experience with it. Wasn't able to do to get all the way through it. Was borrowing it from a friend. Need to pick that one up here sometime soon. Number 8 actually is one a lot of people hate, but I found rather enjoyable, and that's Final Fantasy VIII on the PlayStation 1. A lot of people hate Final Fantasy VIII for various reasons. Combat, story, the Guardian Force junctioning, all that stuff. I enjoyed it. I found it very enjoyable. Surprisingly enough, I still haven't beat that one either. I had lost the memory card with my save on it, so I've been starting over. But otherwise, really enjoyed it. Really good game. Number 7 would probably be, as weird as it sounds, I would have to go Monopoly on the original Nintendo. One of my all-time favorite board game based games, I guess is the right way to say that. Really fun. I know how to stick the players and things like that, and usually I end up with just ridiculous amounts of money by the end of the game. So there's that. There's that one. Number 6 would probably be Dr. Mario. I've been playing that one actually a lot lately. As I've been going through it, it's addictingly. It's not really like the first few levels aren't challenging, but once you get about past level 10, really kind of challenging. You almost have to have a pattern and get everything going like all at once. It gets ridiculously tough in my opinion by the time you get to like the 20th levels and beyond. It's kind of fun. Like I said, I've been kind of addicted to it lately. Number 5 would say Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage for the Super Nintendo. Played a lot like Double Dragon, that style, but Double Dragon meets Spider-Man, I guess, where you climb up walls and do this and that. Had a lot of trouble with it. Haven't gotten that far into that one because to me it seems really hard, but it was fun. I'm gonna have to give it a shot here again one of these next days and see what happens. Number 4 would probably be Super Mario World, also for Super Nintendo. Just a classic game. Reacquired a Super Nintendo earlier this year. from a garage sale. Had that game with it. Started playing it again. Forgot how much fun it really was. It's been a long time since I've played it. I had it, got rid of all my Super Nintendo stuff years ago. Kind of regret that I did, but I know I've beaten that entire game and all of the secret stuff and all that fun stuff. And then after that, I never really played it again because I'd beaten it. So yeah, that one would probably come in at number 4. Number 3 is actually, I'm going to lump these together, and that's the Skylander series of games for the Xbox 360. For those of you that haven't played it, the Skylander series, you get little figures, you put them on a special portal, it reads the RFID chip in them, and you play as that character, which is really fun. They're kind of kids games, but they're still challenging, they're interesting, there's some strategy involved, and they're just kind of addicting. I have played 4 of the 5 installments. I have not touched the newest one yet. It's on my list of things to pick up at some point. I've decided to focus on my collection more than that right now, because the figures are just ridiculously expensive when you start adding it all up. Number 2 on my top 10 list would probably be Super Mario Bros. 3. Again, one of my all-time favorites. I didn't have many games as a kid. And I remember I got this one for Christmas. So I only had like 5 or 6 games. That was one of them. I played the hell out of it. I think I can beat about every level on there blindfolded. I've just played it so much, but I still love it. It's going to be a classic, so that one's on my list. And my number 1 game I've played this year, it's also from the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time, and that is Crystalis, whichever way you pronounce it. It is a fun little game, and it is right there in my collection. I have it complete in box. Reacquired it this year. Sat down, started working my way through it. Can still, I've played through that one also, like, so many times it's not funny. One of my favorites. That's probably my favorite, top 10. That's probably my top of my top 10 list for games I've played this year. So yeah, that's my answer. Congrats to blknblue19 on 200 subscribers. And yeah, Frogman Lauger out.